New cars are simply too complicated, and at an average monthly payment of $745 a month, they should be problem free. But they're not. And people still try to tell me that new cars are better than old cars. I feel like you guys are missing something, and I just don't know how to explain to you what it's like to have an older vehicle. So let me do my best to show you what it's like to drive a classic vehicle like this Cherokee. Let's go for a ride. The simplicity of operation is something I really value about this vehicle. You don't really have all the extra stuff. You don't have the blind spot monitoring. You don't have the lane keeping control. You don't have Wi-Fi. You don't have updates. You got a steering wheel, an ignition, a shifter, and in this car, 2 pedals. You've got a heater control. This thing never lets you forget what you're here to do, which is operate a piece of machinery. And that's all we're doing. We're operating a piece of machinery for the sake of getting where we want to go, or just going for a drive. The cars today that are built to disconnect you from that experience. That's the point. That's what most modern consumers want. They want the maximum ease of use, and they want to have the ability to be distracted from the experience. It's all based around our modern culture's obsession with our phones and our screens. We want to be able to drive our cars while we're on our phones. The simple fact is that modern cars are designed around the idea of being on our phones while we drive. Let's just face it. Blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, warnings that come up on your dashboard telling you need to take a break. It's all based around the fact that rather than tell people to stay off their phones, they're simply building vehicles that will accommodate that behavior. And I'm not interested in it. I want something like this where I put my phone down. This is my break from my day-to-day that I can take, and I can relax on my drive. I might be going to work. I might be going to a family function. I might be going nowhere. But on the trip, I'm regrouping, I'm collecting, I'm relaxing, and I'm disconnecting from devices, from social media, from the constant whispering in your ear all the time. I don't see how you can be relaxed on a drive when you're using voice commands to tell the vehicle what to do for you with all these features, when you're using talk to text to respond to messages on your phone, or taking phone calls constantly. The only convenience, I've said before, I like having Android Auto for the sake of maps. And that's really it. That's a convenience feature that I don't think interferes with my driving experience. And in my daily drivers like this, I do install that technology, but other than that, you can see. It's like taking a trip up to your cabin up north every time you drive. When I take this vehicle out, it's a complete disconnect from the hustle and the bustle and the distractions. And that's a big part of what draws me to older vehicles, and why I think a lot of people that haven't experienced that might find they really enjoy it. It adds a dimension and an element to driving that a lot of people don't know about, is that the trip used to be the time when you regroup, you disconnect, you collect yourself, you collect your thoughts. You might use that time to quietly reflect as you drive on the things you've done today and the things you want to do tomorrow. And I feel like as a culture as a whole, we've kind of gotten away from that. We're too focused on what's going out there in, the cyber world. in vehicles today, they incorporate all of that. And for the sake of driving, I really think it's a shame. I think it all plays into the consumer trends, but what people don't realize is those trends, they're pretty heavily influenced by, consumerism, Amazon, and all these things, targeted ads. It gives them another foot in the door to put targeted ads in your car, and that's a real thing. I mean, the targeted ad experience is real. We all live it every day. Think about it. How many ads do you see today through your phone? And they'll be coming through your car soon. The updates come through your car. Everything flows through the internet into your vehicle. I can tell you, nothing flows through the internet into this thing. There are no targeted ads for me in this vehicle. It's just serene relaxation, simplicity. And with the uptick in the world of depression and anxiety and all these things, there's studies that directly relate that to social media and the modern consumer-focused ad experience. The stress to do all these things and all these false objectives we have, things we need to do that are all based around buying shit. Those aren't our natural goals as people. They're being put there into our phones, into our hands, and into our brains. It's your choice whether you want to consume that or not, but all of these things really aren't natural. They're not our natural goals. We're not naturally interested in extra junk, but when it's put in your face every day, you start to believe it. You start to believe anything you see all the time. But all this ties back to embracing the old, the technology that works. It's the bare minimum we need, and it's perfect. I've never met anyone say, I would like to complicate my life. We're not doing it consciously. We're being spoon-fed it. And we feel like we don't have a choice, and that's just the way things are, but you do have a choice. We don't even need to get into the mechanical simplicity in this portion. It's not just about mechanical simplicity or the fact that it provides financial liberation and freedom. It's a lifestyle choice. And it all ties together. We don't have to live this way.